Shalom, shalom. This your brother AHBAD from YAHAWASHI AHBAD. I'm Profitable Service in Peaceboro, Florida. GMS 7-12. Want to give our ongoing praise to YAHAWASHI, BABAL, HaKadash. Double honors to my older apostles at Great MILLSTONE who rule well. Single honor salutation to all you sincere brothers pushing His word, treated sincerity. Peace and blessings to the 1/3, and peace and blessings also be to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom, peace and blessing be unto you all. Here is an article that's speaking about 36 countries that the U.S. has bullied this week. And this is just going to show that prophecy is being fulfilled and that the Heavenly Father is just ramping things up at an alarming rate. I wasn't even aware that 36 countries were basically being antagonized by the United States of America. And one thing we have to remember too as well is that America, okay, is also Babylon the Great, the merchant city. We can't forget that. And America, through its diplomacy, so to say, through its democracy, has forced all nations unto herself, in other words. Understand? So all the other countries that, these 36 countries, so to say, this week, they're under subjection to America for a reason. Alright, and it's biblical prophecy why. But nonetheless though, I'm just gonna read on a little bit in this article. It said it's been a busy few days for American diplomacy, which is Edomite diplomacy, the so-called white man's diplomacy, with 36 nations ending up at the receiving end of threats, ultimatums, and sanctions this week alone. And it's only Friday. So this article came out today, May 31st, 2019. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'm just going to skim through some things and bring out a couple precepts. It says Mexico is the largest target, slapped with 5% tariffs on each and every export, gradually increasing to 25% until it stops the flow of Latin American migrants into the U.S., which I did a video on a couple months ago, indicating that it was that whole caravan was actually supported by, what's his name? Oh God. The German Jewish, George Soros. I think that's his name, George Soros, okay? Then it says on the other side of the world, India is reportedly about to be forced to face a choice. Ditch the purchase of Russian S-400 air defense systems will face sanctions under the Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act. Alright? So this is just like I say, just more oppression. Turkey is facing a similar ultimatum. Abandon S-400s, something Ankara has repeatedly refused to do, or lose access to the F-35 fighter jet program. This is just bullying. Alright, at its finest. Listen to this. The entire European Union could be facing punishment if it tries to trade with Iran using its non-dollar humanitarian mechanism to bypass the American embargo. This is straight pimping. Or in other words, oppression. Yeah, you can't sell on this block unless we get 15%. Oh nah, man, you can't go over there dealing, making bread with them. You can't be formulating agreements and contracts with them. Those are my enemies. So hey, my enemy should be your enemy. That's how America looking at it. Here goes Cuba. The rediscovered scapegoat of the Trump administration, newfound anti-socialist drive is being called out for supporting Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. That's 32 countries bullied, threatened, or sanctioned in one day, counting the 28 EU members. Okay? It says mentioning Iran, which was almost certainly behind a recent inept attack on oil tankers near the Persian Gulf. Now, lo and behold, this right here. Here's a visual aid. Every country the U.S. has threatened this week colored in a map. You see this map? Right here. This is what they're talking about. Let me get a precept real quick. And I'm pretty sure we all are familiar with this precept, those who are in the know. And as we prophets through the Spirit and power YAHAWASHI continue to do this work, it's like the mind of the people of the world is just, they're oblivious to what's going on, and it's sad. But in the good thing, it's beautiful for us because we can have the vision to see these things. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. That's Esau. He lifted himself up. He exalted himself above the stars. But the just shall live by his faith. Here's the point. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man. What is that wine that he transgresseth of? It's philosophies. Okay. Neither keepeth at home. Now let's go back to this map. Say he neither keepeth at home. Now I'm going to read something as well in the rest of this article. It says, American influence built up over decades is undeniable. Even its adversaries depend on the U.S. dollar and are arguably at the mercy of its myriad military bases all over the world. That's prophecy being fulfilled right there. I'm going to go back to it. Listen. Continuing in Habakkuk 2:5. Neither keepeth at home, we just read that, military bases all over the world, who enlargeth his desire as hell. So that's a condition, people. It's not a place you go to. Hell is a condition. Because those people are living in hell over there in the Middle East. From Pakistan, I mean from 2001, it's been nothing but hell for Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, Libya, Egypt, Sudan. It's just been straight hell for all them people. Okay, look at they try to do the military coup down there. All right, hey, we can go further back. What about the Panama Deception? Okay, and is as death. That's all the so-called white men bring is death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Call Allah YAHAWASHI. Let's go right back to this article. What did it say? American influence built up over decades is undeniable. Even its adversaries depend on the U.S. dollar and are arguably at the mercy of its myriad military bases all over the globe. So that right there just goes to show you, once again, by the Habakkuk 2:5. I'm going to go down to the part I would like to read. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay? And that's exactly what's happening right now. Let's go down a little bit more. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? Say all these. And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Does not it say that he, what is it? Where is it at? I think it's that Micah saying he oppressed a man and his heritage and covet fields. Okay, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Let's go into that word clay. You want to take that which is not yours, and now you sitting over here in thick clay. And where it is, Ibathiath, and its weight of pledges, heavy debts. And America is in heavy debt. So now they don't want to pay back. So we just gonna come and bully you. We just gonna put sanctions on everything. We want everything. We want everything. But why you want everything so bad? What is that? We know you greedy. We know the Lord blessed Esau, the so-called white man, with the fatness of the earth and to live by the sword. But this is really why. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's talking about who? Esau, Edom. They know they have but a short time. So they're coming down with great wrath on any and everybody. And they're really going to come down on you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, you Hebrew Israelites, when Jacob's trouble come. Because you fail to realize you still living in the same land that your forefathers and foremothers had to build through hardcore bondage and slavery. All right? But going back to this article really quick, and I'm going to pull out one more precept and I'm going to close out. Oh, Salaki, I went to another Bible. All right? In the worst case scenario, he is dragging the world into devastating wars. In the best case, he is throwing that influence away, showing allies and rivals alike that an ugly divorce could be the only way out of this abusive relationship. I like how they worded that. That was some good wordplay. Now I'm going to bring out one more precept through the spirit. All right, and I'm going to close out. I believe it's right here. Boom. This is Revelation chapter 11 verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. Alright, so the nations are angry. In the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets. I pray on one of them. And to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And it goes right back to destroying who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The point of that whole the whole verse was that the nations were angry. And the Lord said he was going to reward his saints, because we are the seers right now. We are the ones licking up these we are the ones that's licking up these scriptures. Actually, I got another one really quick. Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither. I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And Habakkuk 2:5 spoke about that he was drunk with wine. That philosophy. You follow these philosophies, you took these agreements, and now look at you. And now you have been made drunk by following after America. And now you mad. But let's find out what them waters are. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Who's the whore? Who's Babylon the Great? America. 36 countries. That was 36 or 32. I'm going to say over 30 countries this week alone been threatened by America. And all these countries are dependent on America because they've been forced to use the dollar to sell their oils. Okay, and America has military bases all over the world. That's the whore. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. That goes back to the EU. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. They're talking about thermonuclear warheads, my people. Okay? For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, call Lord like YAHAWASHI, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. I pray you edified with this video. Call her Lord like YAHAWASHI by Shem Hakadash. Like I always say, ask for forgiveness, paradise, cease, and stay humble, remain diligent. Salaki Yahawashi Mavashai, Bashim Chakadash, Palatham Yad, the one Kanai, the one Mahar, Shalom.